Hi everyone, this is Victoria Smith, and today we're doing our public speaking first speech assignment. And Jacob, if you'd pan the audience so we can see the audience members. Say hey! Yay!
Hi.
Hello.
I am here.
Okay, so Harry Potter, Frankenstein, and Captain Ahab. No doubt when I said those names, everybody had a visual come into their mind, whether it be a teenage boy with black hair and a lightning scar on his forehead, or a lumbering monster in a passageway, or a captain at the helm of a ship with a harpoon in his hand. The characters are what makes the book for the author. It's their legacy that they leave behind. But have you ever thought that perhaps you could leave this legacy behind as well? Merriam-Webster's online dictionary defines a novel as an invented prose narrative that is usually long and complex and deals especially with human experience through a usually connected sequence of events. Using the key points of Merriam-Webster's novel definition, I will explain how to write a first novel in 3 steps. The 3 steps to writing a novel are knowing the parts of a novel, organization and preparation, and finally just writing. The first step to writing a novel is knowing the parts that are involved. The 2 parts that I'm going to focus on today are character and plot. Character is an important component of any novel. The first character that you would want to focus on is going to be the protagonist. That's going to be your main character. You want to know what age they're going to be, what gender they are, and perhaps what kind of preferences that they'll have. Another character that you want to focus on is going to be the antagonist. That's the bad guy. But you don't want them to have all bad characteristics. Like any character, you want them to be complex. So all of your characters should have both good and bad qualities. You shouldn't worry if character development doesn't come to you right away, because as you write your novel, your characters will become more developed. So don't stress if you don't get everything out on paper at first. Plot and conflict are another aspect of another important aspect of the story. Plot in a nutshell includes introducing the protagonist, an inciting incident, turning points, crisis, climax, and following resolution. So if you have all of those components, then you basically have a novel. Conflict is extremely important to your novel because it keeps your readers interested. Your protagonist should have both internal and external conflict to keep them multidimensional. Once you've learned the parts of a novel, learning what to do with these parts is essential. The second step to writing a novel is organization and preparation. Author Victory Crane suggests keeping a separate file for all of your characters so that you'll have them in a neat, orderly fashion. Also, you can put your plot notes on sticky cards so that you can rearrange them without having to do all of the work over again. WikiHow suggested mapping out the story, but stresses that each individual will find their own way to make a novel. One method that I've used in the past is to put plot, character, and setting on 3 different colored index cards and then choose them randomly and write a page. That way you have something that you can draw off of, and it'll help to give you an idea of what you can write for new plot ideas further in the novel. Now that your ideas are organized and you know what you're writing about, it's time to put the pen to paper. The third step to writing a novel is to just write. Some useful advice that I found was a quote from author Victory Crane. Remember, you have to learn as you write. As a matter of fact, you have to write in order to learn how to write. I find this to be a good tip because often I find myself reading about writing so much that I never actually get around to putting the pen on the paper. National Novel Writing Month is something that I participated in last year, and it's a good tool that will get you started on writing your first novel. What it is a month-long, from November the 1st to November the 30th, a month-long organized event that prompts you to write a 50,000-word novel. It starts at 12 on November the 1st and runs through 11:59:59 on November the 30th. Your work must be original and only written in that month. It's based on quantity over quality, so it'll get you writing and get you started. Your editing and your proofreading can be done later, so at least you have the novel on paper and you have somewhere to start. You can sign up for this at nanowrimo.org, which is the official National Novel Writing Month website. This gives you access to videos, blogs, and forums months ahead of time so that you can start on your adventure yourself. In conclusion, novel writing can be summarized in 3 parts. Knowing the parts or specific components of a novel, preparation and organization, and just writing. National Novel Writing Month can be used as a tool to get you into the groove of writing, and you can focus on proofreading and editing later. Perhaps you could be the next author quoted in an informative speech. Whatever your interest, writing a novel can be a fun experience and can open your mind to new ideas along the way. Thank you all for your time and attention, and I hope you have a great evening.